UBMTalk.com Chicago.
And around the world where your voice is heard. This is UBM Talk. The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries.
Thank you for listening to UBM Talk.
Welcome back to the Let's Stay Together talk show. Now here is your host, Reverend Rick McCain and author Brenda McCain.
All right. Welcome back to Let's Stay Together show. Hope you enjoyed the first hour of the show. If you haven't been with us and just coming in now, thank you for joining us. Right now, Let's Stay Together talk. We're going to be going to our next guest. Hey, baby, who do we got for Making Marriage Work?
We have Miss Christine Harris, the entrepreneur, wellness, and health coach. Are you on the line, Miss Christine?
Yes, I am, Brenda. Thank you for having me.
Well, we are so glad you're joining us on the McCain train tonight. I hope you had a beautiful day.
Yes, it was lovely, and the weather cooperated. It's gorgeous in Chicago today.
Look, for today, yes, it is.
Yeah. Just give it 5 minutes.
Right, 5 minutes, the wind will shift in another direction. But we're glad you are here because we are talking about nutrition and focus. And with this one, we want to know, a lot of people came off of the 40-day fast. Most Christians do that up until Easter. And once you come off of that, of eating well, you just sort of, lose track of everything that you worked for a little over a month. How do you sustain those great eating habits, not to go back to something bad?
Well, one thing that we try to emphasize at Diamond Nutrition and our Team Strong Wellness coaches is that when you're on a fast, you're basically reducing your secondary food, which is the food that we take into our bodies, and you're opening channels to receive a greater amount of primary food. The primary foods we like to say are our spiritual foods, our careers, our relationships, and our physical activities. So when you're on a fast, you're going to basically downplay or eliminate the secondary food so that you can accentuate the primary foods. So now that we're going back into eating the secondary food, we basically try to help our couples to transform. We want to help them to start off in a new way. Now your body has sort of restarted, it's jump-started. Some people even will go on fast just for health reasons, to sort of start their bodies over again, their digestive systems, give it a break. So couples can basically start by getting fit together, creating a healthy lifestyle. That starts with a mental attitude. It starts with thinking, okay, we're going to get a healthy attitude, we're going to have a healthy lifestyle, and we're going to put our primary and our secondary foods in balance. And Brenda, as wellness coaches, we learned that if we teach our clients how to be balanced in this way, then they'll learn how to eat better because they'll care more about what goes into their bodies because they're looking at their spirituality, they're looking at their physical activity, they're looking at their relationships and their careers, what they want, So these non-sources of nourishment are what really fuel us. That's what really keeps the couples fueled in the relationship with love, peace, understanding, things like accepting each other. This is what makes life colorful, vibrant, and full of joy and bliss. So I'm sure you and Rick can remember that.
Hey, that was yesterday.
Right.
So
that's right.
Let me ask you this. Tell the couples out there that are listening about your corporation and why did you decide to start it?
Well, I decided to do Diamond Nutrition because I was not only unhealthy, but I was overweight. I had gone through so much stress in my life at that time, and this was really not that long ago, but I'd gone through so much stress that my body had reacted to the stress. So now I was on medications, was taking about 15 pain pills a day, including like a pill for high blood pressure too. So my body had reacted to all of the stress, and we can relate to that nowadays. That you were mentioning about the young child that recently died, and things that happen in our lives that puts us in sometimes our body in a stress mode, and it's hard for our bodies to come out of it. So I took control of my life, decided that getting my spirituality in order, deciding that I wanted my relationships to be better. I wanted my physical activity to improve. I had gotten to the point where I couldn't even walk. I couldn't stand for more than a minute or two. And that brought along this, which is part of the career aspect of it, helping others to do the same thing. And I find that with couples, it's no different. You know, you can work towards helping each other to be happy, helping each other to be healthy, working out together. You can cook and prepare meals together. These are things that we can do for that primary food, so we enjoy each other. We enjoy the love and the communication that we give each other, and that makes the secondary food taste even better.
You know what, Christine, because you're really breaking this down, because I never thought of it as primary food and secondary food. And one of my biggest concern was from some people out there, well, how can couples do that? And you just explained that, because as my husband and I was coming in tonight, I said, you know, it is kind of hard if one person is on a diet and another person is not, or one person trying to get their life spiritually together, eating the food right, and the other person isn't. I was trying to figure out what are the tips to join that. For what did we say, baby? Were we both on the same accord, or thinking on the same accord?
How can two walk together unless they agree? So we're trying to find out if Brenda's bringing in cookies and I want to eat something other than cookies. You know, you have a situation like that. How do you give them some tips on how you can, you know, not divert from a healthy nutritional eating?
Well, one way that I find is really helpful with the clients that we tend to come across, and a lot of them are couples. Most of them are, as a matter of fact. But a lot of things that we're noticing is that meal prep is so very, very important. When we talk about meal prep, it's a little bit more than just preparing meals. It's when you actually start at the beginning of the week, we call it Meal Prep Sunday. When you start at the beginning of the week and you prepare the meals for the rest of the week. So you have less opportunity to go through the drive-through because, you know what, I don't know what we're having for dinner, so let's just drive through and pick up a McDonald's or pick up a KFC, because we already have our food prepped and ready. It's waiting for us at home. So when you prepare the meals together ahead of time, make it a fun thing. Meal Prep Sunday, it's time for Meal Prep Sunday, everybody. You take this particular part, you take the carbs, I'll take the fiber. All right, who's got the lean protein? And let's work this together, and we got our food ready for the week. And you actually put it in containers so that it's in the refrigerator and it's ready to be eaten on the given day that you are going to have that meal. So that will eliminate, and you can do the same with snacks. Have your healthy snacks already set there, ready to go, so that when it's time for your meal, you just go and grab it.
You know what's interesting about that meal prep, you have to really want to do that, because I know a lot of people who just, it's so easy to go to the drive-through. But if you, like you say, you make it as an event on Sunday evening, we prep it for the whole week, and that just seems very nice, you know. To do
it is.
Baby, we need to do that.
Yeah, so I got a question from one of our Facebook people, and they're saying, what about affordability for the couples that want to get to stay healthy? Are there substitutes that can be as healthy?
You know, that's a good question. There are many meal replacement substitutes. There are, and you would be surprised that some of the healthy food is actually less expensive than the dollar menu, even at McDonald's.
Is it?
I mean, it really is. You can, and we can provide you with information through the Facebook page. I have Diamond Nutrition. Christine Harris is my Facebook page, and we actually provide information there to give you different ideas on how fast foods are excessively high in calories, and they're deficient in nutrients for your body. They have high calories, and then what we end up doing is we'll take, we'll say, for instance, a unhealthy meal for $5.09. It'll have 1,000 calories, 32 grams of fat, 18 grams of protein, and 30 grams of cholesterol. Now, that's an unhealthy meal. Now, you can get a healthy meal for less than that, and even, like I said, a meal replacement where you're getting all of your nutrients, all of your vitamins, and your minerals, and you feel actually more energetic, because what the body does with the food is it uses it just like our cars use fuel. Now, think about it, Brenda and Rick. If you were going to the gas station and you pulled up, and on the side, instead of the gas pump, they have big old Kool-Aid men there. The ones that, the big fat men that say, oh, yeah. Those guys. Okay, so they're standing there ready to fuel up your car. And you would say, what? I don't think so. Not in my gas tank, right?
Right.
So we have to do the same thing with our bodies. When it comes to fueling our bodies, and this is where the secondary food comes in. Our primary food, we fueled our spirit. Now, our secondary foods are going to fuel our bodies. And so when we fuel our bodies, we don't really want to give it cake. We think we do. We don't really want to give it cake and cookies, because that's like putting that Kool-Aid in our gas tank. We really want to give it the fiber it needs, the apples and the pears, and those things are sweet and they taste good too. But they will fuel our body and give our body the energy that it needs. So that's the difference between the foods that we want to choose. And as couples, we can encourage each other. Whether it's a male and a female husband and wife, or it's a daughter and a mother, or a son and a father, we can help each other, encourage each other, and say, no, let's eat healthy today. Let's fuel our bodies with what it really wants and really needs, because it'll take the candy, it'll take the cookies, but what is going to happen is your body is going to turn those things into fat, and it's going to hold on to it, and so it's not going to be efficient.
Can you hear her?
I can't.
Okay, I can't hear you either.
You sound real low.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, there you go.
I can hear you.
Hi, it's Tracy. I had stepped out the room for a minute, so I'm coming back in. I wanted to ask you another Facebook question.
Okay.
And this is kind of important for me, too. But someone's asking, does it help to eat together at the same time?
Definitely. I believe that, we know that in our culture, we believe in sitting down for Sunday dinner, and enjoying some good fellowship and conversation when we sit down and eat. Mm-hmm. But not only for that, but think about the young people and how you have a lot of times these days, you have a lot of people eating in different rooms. One is in front of the TV over here, and one is in front of the computer over there, and another one is sitting in the front with his handheld whatever, and nobody is communicating. With my children, I use time at the table to put all of the technology away, and we would actually talk about what went on in school today. When when we sat down at the table, that was like a sacred thing. We're fueling our bodies, but we're also going back into that primary food. We're also fueling our spirits. We're communicating. We're loving. We're sharing. We're accepting one another. So those primary and secondary foods are important.
So let me ask you this. You were talking about eating food, and, we're talking about families eating together, and it reminded me of soul food, like over this weekend,
Gladys.
Right, yeah, Gladys, yeah. We had I'm telling you, if you ain't got a roast, you ain't got no good food.
That roast might be in your food.
Now, most of the time we had turkey, we had ham, macaroni and cheese, sweet potatoes. We had stuffing. I mean, we had all that good food. Now, most of the times people say, now that's some good eating. But really, it's not good eating for your body. What would be some of the substitutes that, a nutritionist would give us that will taste just as good but would be better for your body?
Well, that's a good question, Rick. You have your good carbs, which are complex carbs, and then you have your bad carbs, which are called simple carbs. When you think about things like white bread, white sugar, fruit juices, white rice.
So everything white, mayonnaise, and
I'm just going. That's just the way it is. When we think about those things, and I actually had to eliminate those from my pantry. I had to stop buying the white sugar. I had to stop buying the white bread, because if you buy it, someone's going to eat it.
Yeah.
And personally, I felt like, why would I give my family something that I'm not going to eat? So what you substitute that with is your high in fiber, because those are low in fiber, they're low in nutrients, they have empty calories, and those calories turn to fat, and it makes you feel tired and sluggish.
Yes.
Okay, question for you, Christine. When you get rid of the white sugar, is brown sugar good for you?
What you would prefer to do is to go to something like, have you heard of, there's honey. There's so many different now, especially because people are wanting to eat agave. They're wanting to eat healthy. There's things that are available for you to eat healthy. You can substitute the white bread with whole grain bread, and it's good. You can have brown rice. There's quinoa, which we didn't know about growing up. I hadn't heard of it. I was like, who? It's called quinoa. It's Quinoa. And it's something that you can use like rice. Then you've got your beans, your nuts and seeds, oatmeal, fruit, sweet potatoes instead of white potatoes. Vegetables. I mean, when you think about it, God gave us everything we needed to not only fuel our bodies, but enjoy it.
So, now I'm going to ask you this question now. I'm being real on you now.
Okay.
I like all this, good, healthy eating and stuff like that. It sounds great. But, honey, you got to tell me some of this stuff tastes good. Because you're going to lose me.
Raw honey.
You're going to lose me if that quinoa don't taste good now. It may sound like it's like rich. But, I mean, how do you put this together? I mean, what does it taste like? Help me out on that.
Well, actually, it's not bad. I had to start substituting a lot of my foods because, like I said, my body had gotten to this stress mode. And because it was in this stress mode, my cells were not receiving the nutrients that it needed from the food the way that it should. I was broken down, literally, physically and emotionally. So when I had to start eating more vegetables, I had to go back to the root of what good food was supposed to be for my body. And the brown rice, I like it better than the white rice. Honestly, it takes a few more minutes to cook it, but it's delicious. It is delicious. And you can mix some vegetables in with that. Put you some carrots in there to make it a little sweet if you want to. Some green beans or peas, some broccoli. I'm telling you, if you think about it, the more colorful your plate is, the better it tastes.
So talk about the health benefits for couples that are involved in this, and how do you help them with this benefit? Talk a little bit about your company and how you help people, couples benefit from this nutrition.
Well, one way, Rick, is that we have on the north side and the south side of Chicago, we have consistent 30-day weight loss challenges going on in different locations. And we give those locations on the Facebook page that I told you about, the Diamond Nutrition Christine Harris Facebook page. We have 2 weight loss challenges going on. What we do is we come together, the groups, and one of them is about 15 strong, the other one is about 30 strong, all at one time. And we tell our clients how to eat right. We explain the differences between just drinking water when you work out and making sure that you have electrolytes, because a lot of people don't realize that, yeah, you're drinking water, but are you getting electrolytes? Is your body replacing electrolytes? Things like that. Things like why protein is important, how to deal with sugars, what sugars to eat and what sugars to avoid. So we have these 30-day challenges going on, and we also work out. We meet on Wednesdays on the north side at one of the locations. It's actually it's a park. It's called Avondale Park. We meet at Avondale Park on Wednesdays. And we actually do fitness there, where we actually get moving, because movement is very important too. The physical activity of the primary food, you can't leave that out. You can eat well, but you also have to burn those calories.
Yeah.
That's right. And it's important to keep your body and your muscles lucrative. You have to move.
So let me ask you this.
So we help do that.
We've got people that listen around the world here, and so they may not get to Avondale. How can they get in contact with you to be able to help with this nutritional program?
Contact me on my Facebook. I also have a phone number that you can contact me on my Facebook page, Diamond Nutrition, Christine Harris. Also, I can give you the email address for myself, which is Diamond Flowers, all one word, Diamond Flowers 2016 at gmail.com. And my phone number for Diamond Nutrition is 708-203-3880. And we can get you in touch with any of our wellness and nutrition health coaches. We are very excited to help people to lose weight and to live healthy lifestyles. And it's just a phenomenal thing when you can feel good and want to help others feel good.
Christine, quick question. How much weight did you lose so far?
23 pounds, and that's actually yes, I feel good. My knees thank me.
Yes. Girl.
Okay.
So I have more energy.
Yes.
So let me ask you
Tracy,
this.
a cheerleader.
Do you have to do with the program? Is exercise required with it as well?
Well, everybody is dealt with on an individual basis. When you come to the wellness coaches, we do a free wellness evaluation where we sit down with you and we talk to you about your goals and what you're able to do. When I started, I was not able to do much physically at all. Like I said, I could barely stand for 2 minutes or sit for 2 minutes. So I was using a walker. This was 3 months ago. I was using a walker, and I was using a cane after that. And I'm telling you, deciding to change my lifestyle, eat healthy, and has been the best thing that I've done for myself in many, many years. I'm finally back to a size 12, which I haven't been in 21 years. I haven't been a size 12 since before my 21-year-old was born. So it's working. It's working, and all we have to do is help give others those tools to help them to get to the same place. So my exercise routine may be different from yours. You know, I may be able to stretch and move until I get to a particular situation where I can do the treadmill, you know. So everybody's beginning is different, but the ending is going to be a healthy lifestyle.
Christine, you said it's been 3 months for you.
It's been 3 months for me since I lost the 23 pounds and got my body back together.
All right, now.
So it works.
And that is amazing. So that's a good success story for everyone to hear.
Yeah.
Hey, before we before you leave, tell the people out there right now that are listening why they should contact you.
Well, number one is because I am a product of the product. I am a living, walking success story of what we do. I would not know it if I had not gone through it personally myself. And because of that, I believe that, for one, what comes from the heart reaches the heart. So when something is real, you can feel it, you can relate to it. And that's probably one of the best reasons, on top of the fact that we've learned everything that we can and know everything we need to know about how to help you to fuel your body, primary food-wise and secondary food-wise. And we're all in this together. It's a community that's built on helping to build each other up, helping to stay positive, and that's what everybody needs in their life. So real recognizes real when you put it blank, point blank.
I appreciate that.
Okay. I really appreciate you joining us tonight on the McCain Train, Miss Christine, because you really educated us on certain things. And like I said, my first thing was primary and secondary foods. So we appreciate that. And everything you told us, we will have it posted on our social media for we could direct traffic to you, and you could get some other people in shape, mentally and physically.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for giving us a call.
And keep on working hard.
Thank you.
Thank you,
bye-bye.
Christine.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Diamond Nutrition. So that's the place that you need to definitely get in contact. We'll have that on our Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter pages, so you can find out more about Mrs. Christine and her success story, Miss Christine Harris. And she gave you all the information out there that you can reach her. Hey, baby, where are we going now?
Oh, we're about to go to a quick break, aren't we?
Yes, we
but
are.
when we come back, we're going to be talking about, I believe it, Leave It in the Car.
Leave It in the Car, relationship letters, and motivational mojo.
And
That's
I got
what
a
we got.
McCain Train schedule to announce before we get started.
All right. Thank you for listening to Let's Stay Together Talk. I'm your host, Reverend Rick. And with author Brenda and Tracy Brown Howard, we'll be right back after these commercial breaks.